Yes. Turn that down, man. What's going on, man? Holiday season. What's up, man? We're in the holiday season. You get to waste a lot of your money on a bunch of dumb shit. Aren't you excited? Get to buy your kids some shit that they won't even have next year. It'll be broken by this time come March. But hey, that's what we do. We're Americans. That's what we do, man. We're Americans. Appreciate you on the audio check there, Mr. Rhodes. Thank you very much. They said, what song is that? That's my theme song, man. That's kids redoing 46 and 2 by Tool, and they do it much better, by the way. That's a beautiful song. How they have that copyrighted, I don't know. The kids have it copyrighted. I didn't know you could copyright the copy of a song, but they do. I get hit with a copyright strike on YouTube every time I use it. So you see what I go through for you guys is I get restricted. People make fun of me. All this stuff just so I can share my love of the stock market with you. Isn't that cool? So if you remember many moons back in the July and the summer days and the dog days of summer, I put out a trade of the week being Delta Airlines. You thought I forgot about it. This was a position trade. If you don't know, there's a difference between position trading, kids. There's momentum trading, there's day trading, there's scalping. That's for all the freaks. They're over in that section with their... So we get past all of that. We leave and we get to what the other people do. We have swing trading, right? Swing trading is typically catching a swing. You say, what's a swing? That's a swing. That's swing trading. This is a swing. That's swing trading. Okay? That's swing trading by definition. Where are we at? I posted this thing with Kathy Woods, and I had a lot of smart people. I'm waiting for the one dude to come on so I can block him. That's right, I'm going to block you because I didn't like your comment. But I'm going to wait till he's on live before I block him. That's how pissed off it made me. Talking shit about Kathy. And it's like, first off, she runs an ETF, which means she has guidelines. She's not running a hedge fund. Therefore, there's rules in an ETF. You can't short. You can't move money into... There's all kinds of rules on how they can govern an ETF. Okay? But anyway, that aside, what's up? So, if you remember, this was a position trade. Now, in a position trade, what I'm looking for is a company that is undervalued, and I want to just accumulate stage ones. The purpose of this is to sell it at a predetermined target. And if you remember, our target was around this 36 range, which was the previous low in here. So we've hit that on the position trade if you were position trading it. Now look how long this trade took. We started it back in July. Some of you got 2 or 3 girlfriends since then. And now here we are in November, and the trade has hit. So actually hit the other day. But we're basically right back in the same thing. I just didn't do a live on it. So my position trade, I would be downsizing it now. And so we were able to pick it up in the 29 range, again in the 29 range. Now we're selling it up in the 25 range. I would start to sell it. Now, this is based on this, not a buy and hold. So I'm not talking buy and hold. I'm talking position trading. Delta is significantly undervalued at a 39% discount. Now, it was 49%. Okay, that's what got me interested in a position trade on it. I also have it in my buy and hold, but I have it in my trading account. And because it's trading, I want to sell it. So if I'm trading, I need to take some money off the table. Now, buy and hold, obviously, you'd just be holding it. Maybe you would trim it. I wouldn't trim it. It's still undervalued by 40%. Now, you might say, but what about if we're trading? No. If we're trading, you got to trade and you take your money. So if you're swing trading, don't worry about where it may or may not go. If it hits your target. Steve said he wish he had to. Let's see. So I know a lot of people doubted me on that trade. It hit it. Congratulations. So if you were swing trading it, I would be downsizing this. You're not only hitting the 200, you're hitting the previous, which was our original target. If you go back and check the newsletter, well, we can't because I've gotten past that. Now, something I did want to show you. This is pretty cool. And also, that guy was talking shit about Kathy Woods. First off, sir, you don't publicly disclose any of your trades, so all your shit talking don't mean jack. Since we can't back up anything you're saying, since you don't publicly post it, by the way. She does. So if you don't post your trades, I really don't care about your opinion of her. So let's see. I post mine, though. And if we come back here, where's it at? I know all you guys talk shit. You don't post yours. You just like talking shit. So let's see. I'm going to put you on point too, bro. Let's see. Where did I put it on here? On the 10th. Oh, here it is. Trend, let's see. Where did I have it? I just read it a second ago. I was saying top pick, Delta. I thought that was on the 14th. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Top picks. ETRN, Delta, MMM, T, and WB. Now, WB hasn't done much. Neither is ETRN. But on 1014, if we look on Delta here, where's 1014? Right there. Top pick. Why? Why would that be my top pick? Well, it's 40% undervalued. It did a stage 1. It went up, did a 2, did a 3, came back down into a 4, and did a 1. So now, top pick right there. So, wow. See, the difference is I wrote that shit down. It's documented. It's right there. Everybody to read. Now, if it went the other way, it'd still be written down, right? But it didn't. Bam. Now we hit our target. So the reason that's a top pick is it's a stage 1, this right here, right? So it's doing the pattern and it's undervalued. So what I just described to you is position trading. It's a form of trading I don't know anyone else that teaches. None of your favorite Instagrammers or YouTubers, they don't know shit. They don't know anything about this. Nobody on Instagram, none of them. All your favorites. Oh, I love that guy. He doesn't know shit. He doesn't know anything about this. Did he know that that the Dow Jones Industrial Average was going to have one of its most historic runs? Because the last time I checked, everybody was negative. Everybody I was seeing was like, well, but I think it's going to go down, and I think it's going to go down. It's like, really? Because that's not what the money flow says. The money flow says it's a stage 2 breakout in a big damn way. So when I say people don't know shit, you don't know shit. No one knows anything. Not any of those people you follow. They don't know anything. They don't know jack crap. None of them rode this up. They're all like, well, I'm gonna be like, get what I'm saying? The money flow knows. I don't need to know. Shit, I don't know. I know that's the top though, because I sold some, and I know that's the bottom because the MACD started the RSI started kicking in. But then what? I'm watching this, man. I don't need to know. I don't need to know what's happening with the Federal Reserve. I don't need to know all that shit. I can't know that stuff, but I don't need to know it. And anybody you watch on TV has got an opinion. They don't know shit. This is what is up. This is how price moves, okay? So that bottom, straight up stage 2 breakout by the money flow. This is the most historic run in the Dow Jones for blue chip stocks since 1976, straight up. There ain't nobody on CNBC going, yeah, we called that. Because you didn't. Because you don't know anything. Nobody called that. I did, by the way, because I don't need to know anything. I just follow the money flow, okay? So all my friends, dude, and believe me, I saved their comments, man. I got a whole line of people I'm going to go back and talk to when I was posting that the SPY had bottomed and we're going higher. And they're like, oh, we're going down. All right, well, you'll be getting a DM from me later tonight. Letting you know, remember, you don't know shit, sir. So check the SPY. Tag the 200. That's where it stopped last time. It's probably going to stop there nice this time. And so far, that's where we're stopping. RSI is still low. So what does that tell us as traders? The Dow Jones is banging a 70 plus RSI, but the S&P 500 is not. What does that tell you? It means the Dow's stronger. That means all of the stocks inside of the Dow Jones have probably ripped and they're stronger, right? So I would anticipate a catch-up is usually what happens. Doesn't always happen, but that's how I would be playing it. And so we see the Qs just can't get going. Have you noticed that? Qs can't get going. So being the kind of guy that I am, I like the losers. So I'm more interested in the ones that haven't gone than the ones that have gone, because the ones that have gone, I already bought a long time ago when they weren't going. Make sense? So I'm more interested in what hasn't run. So as I go look, and I'm going to assume it plays catch up. It might not. A lot of people are like, well, I think it'll go down. Okay, maybe it does. I don't know. If it does, it'll go below that green line. And then we'll know because it'll be in a stage 4 decline, right? So, yeah. Now, one I've been talking about, coffee. We've been talking about this one. Did they start talking about it in the Wealth Squad? Did you guys sneak over and listen? Let's listen to GP so we can come over here and talk about it like we came up with the idea. Here, let's talk about it, guys. You guys trading this one over there. Just sneak this one in. Here we go. It's breaking out. We've been talking about this one. That's our buy zone. We started buying over here, actually. Remember, I said I wasn't selling it. RSI is too extreme. It's a baby position. Let's let it finish bottoming. We got our reversal candle, and now we're moving up. So where could this go? I mean, my target's $59. It's $59. It's $59. We'll see. It's coffee, man. It's a unusual trade here. Matt, do you have the balls to trade coffee, sir? Or are you scared? Well, I can't trade coffee. So you could, ticker JO. Now here's what you could do. You're like, well, I don't have the money. You could just buy 2 shares, and then you'd be in tune with me, and together we'd be trading coffee. And then you'd be fucking magical like a unicorn because you'd be in tune with me, right? That's the whole point, is you'd be in tune with me, and we'll ride the money flow, and a lot of this will make more sense. So let's see. Nat gas was our last one like this. Remember we were talking about nat gas. We felt like it was about to run. Blasted through our target. I'm holding it right now, expecting it to go up into this 29 range. It's 29 range, man. I'll just pin my number there on YouTube. YouTube's a better view. Let me put it on here. I don't think you're ready, Blair. If you're ready, send me a text, man. You should come trade with me. I think some of you are scared. Don't be scared, man. We should be friends. So, none of your friends watch the market like I do. Here we go, man. So, we'll see. It's still above the 5-day, still above the 10, still in an uptrend. We'll see where nat gas gets going. It could rip. It could turn right around. Blair Jackson says, sending you a text right now. Stars and bars. What's up, man? Michael, good morning. What's up? Oh, Amazon. Let's talk about Amazon. Amazon is set up right now. The only problem is, tech's been so weak. But man, it still seems cheap, doesn't it? They just have not gotten any juice, man. So we got Tesla, we got Amazon. I like them here. I think they're a great position for a position trade, meaning I wouldn't use stops. If they come down, I would just add to it like we did with Delta. And I would wait, and at some point they're going to rip. It's just, is it right now? I don't know. They're set up. They're stage ones. So this is the game I play. They come down. They start to go sideways. I'm trying to always determine where's my anchor point and where's my apex point, meaning the point between stage 2 and 3. I want to find that point, and I want to find the point between the 3 and the 1, which is the anchor point. And so for here, our anchor point on Amazon, YouTube, is right there, right? And then this is our box now. This is kind of a unusual chart, but that's our stage 1 right now on Amazon. Does it hold? I don't know. I hope so. How do we trade with you? I just said, send me a text message. Oh, I got an equal sign in there? Well, hopefully you can make sense of that. Send me a text, man. Now, you got to have my book, man. Okay? I don't want no dummies in. You got to have the book, man. Now, only classify dummies is you don't have my book. That makes you dumb. So as long as you got the book, you're good. Not to trade, but you at least got the first part. So what else are we looking at? I got a few magic ones here. Let's see. MANU. Now you're taking us off our class to look at your stock. Wow. That's a big move, man. Now, man, look how money flow this was. God, this is such a... Look at this. You just had to know the stock. Look at that. So you got stage 1, you got 2, 3, 4, and then it stops. Here's your anchor point. And then it holds. That's super bullish. One of the biggest, most bullish signs is when it's challenged and then holds. That usually means it's going to rip. Okay? And then it holds and hold like that right there. My God. So if this is a stock you're following, not chasing. I mean, it gave you fucking 2 months. Look at that. You could have bought it in all of October, November, and then it just rips. I don't know. I'm guessing earnings came out. I would definitely be selling some. That is a massive move, man. I would definitely be selling some. He says, I trade my club all the time. Not with the MFG. Well, that means you suck if you don't trade with us. So we can't even actually listen to you, bro. Everything you say is tainted. Like, we don't even, like, you're not in the MFG, man. Like, all these comments, all this stuff, it's like, blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 Slavic. There he is, man. This guy here likes to make fun of Kathy Woods, too. I'm about to block him, too. What do you think of Tesla? Tesla's okay. Mana is all about the news. It's all about the news. I don't know about that. It's all about this stage 2 breakout's what it's about right there. And then it went up. That's what it's supposed to do. It's in a stage 2 right here. Right? It broke out. Price went above the 20-day moving average. Well, that's what's supposed to happen. Now it goes higher, hits the RSI. And so if I was tracking this, I'm going to assume this is the stage 3. Like, I assume that's the top, man. And then I start building out stage 3. That's how I would assume it would work. I'm not talking about you, sir. You just said you don't trade with the MFG, so everything you say to me is like blah, 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 blah. I don't even understand it, man. I can't even trust you, man. I don't know how long you've been in it. I don't know what you're doing. You might be in the bathroom right now. Can you talk on short deals? Yeah, if we wanted to just be completely stupid, let's do some shorts. I mean, it sounds like a smart idea to short when the market's in an uptrend, don't you think? Best thing to do is go against the trend. Yeah, we're not going to do that. Here's why. Let's see. Page 3 of the money flow, if you got my book, at the very top says a trend once established is more likely to continue than it is to reverse. This statement is the foundation upon which the money flow trading strategy is built. So if it's okay with you, I'm going to trade my strategy and you do yours, the loser strategy of trying to short a bull market. Why would you do that? Market's going up. So you're going to try to short it? I mean, okay. Why would we do that? Let's see. Let's go to an hourly chart. What do we see on an hourly chart on the money flow here? So this is how I used to short-term trade, okay? If on the daily we're in an uptrend, I'm looking for the shorter time frames. I'm looking for the shorter time frames to trade in the direction of the trend. So if I see this happen, now I don't know about you, but this looks a lot like the money flow pattern, right? Not perfect over there, but there's the money flow. So right here, if the overall market is in an uptrend, I'm looking to trade to the upside. Same over here. I'm not looking to short this little drop. I'm looking to get long and trade in the direction of the trend. That's called the money flow. Because I assume, now, again, not everybody money flows. I had a guy the other day say, man, you know what I don't like about you, Gerald? And I was like, what don't you like about me, sir? And he said, you're not open to new ideas or new things. Nope, because your ideas are stupid. That's why. So this is going up, and it's going to keep going up until it doesn't. So my job isn't to interpret when that is. My job is just to flow with the money flow, not flow against it. Aaron says this market is trash. Why would you say that, Aaron? I just showed you the greatest. I had a guy say that to me the other day. Aaron, look at this. This is the Dow Jones Industrial. It's gone straight up. The biggest move since 1976. Straight up. Now, if you remember, for a while, all I've been saying, dividend stocks, dividend stocks. That's all we can buy, dividend stocks. Buy dividend stocks. We're not buying growth stocks, dividend stocks. Why? Because that's what's going to work. And now look, this is what happened, man. I'm not the only guy thinking that, meaning these stocks ran. And so as you build out a portfolio, as you have new money coming in, you don't have to, like, just because you own, say, PayPal, you don't have to add to PayPal here. You can add to the shit that's going up or the things that look like they work. We got plenty of time to come back to PayPal. How about Amazon? Just started a position with Amazon. That's a good position to start. Is it going to run? I'm adding Amazon too. I texted yesterday. I added to it. I added to Tesla. Are they going to run? I don't know. It's not looking like it. The Dow seems to be unstoppable. It keeps running. So if maybe the SPY keeps going, but if you're just trading all tech stocks, I don't know. Go look at, what do you see here? Is tech going up? Is it going up? Now, it's above the 20. But it's barely going up, man. That's our problem. So if this doesn't go up, then Tesla, Amazon, all the tech stocks can't go up. As much as we like them, they're not going to go up. And that's just the way the market works. If you got, do you buy more? Do you buy more, sell, or just wait? I don't even know what you're talking about there. Let's see. Yeah. Blair, you need to get my book, man. One of the things about trading with GP and the MFG is you'll always be on the right side of the market rotation. I like to think so. I try to do my best to keep us on the right side of the rotation. He was screaming, but oil when it was cheap and ran up. Yeah, I tried to. It just sucks because all of the money me and everyone has lost. I still got love for you, GP. Why wouldn't you have love for me? Why have you lost money? Did you lose it? I mean, you only lost it if you sold shares. Did you sell them? Why would you sell them? You might have had a diversification problem, sir. And so now is when you want to fix that, AA Ron. AA Ron, where are you at, man? So you got to fix that problem now. I don't know. Blair says it's an ebook. Yeah, sir, it's an ebook. Or you can get the physical copy in Braille if you'd like it, so you can read it with your fingers. If you're in here, ask basic questions, yeah, get the book. So diversification is our recent lesson. Let's check plug. Plug is one we've successfully traded quite a few times, and this is definitely a state. Look at this pattern. My God. Look at this beautiful, beautiful thing we see here. Here, okay. Just using observation, we can step back and see the money flow pattern. But one thing we got to recognize is it plays really loose with this 20-day, right? You see how it plays a little loose with it? And if we back up over here, we see that, right, where it plays a little loose with it. Twitter was really notorious about this. So I had to kind of ignore some of that action, and we had to step back. And, I mean, this is a gigantic stage one. It's a huge. So a little tougher to trade with the purest version of the money flow. But this is definitely a nice setup and plug here, man. Wow. I mean, look, stopped exactly where it stopped before. My God. So perfect money flow pattern. And it's pushing up. I like it. No, only reason I said that, Aaron, there's this guy that I watch almost every day, teaches on Scientology. His name's Aaron. He always opens up his podcast with that comedy skit from what's his name, and he was like, Balake, where is Balake? And that kid's like, Blake. And he's like, gets mad at them, and then he calls that one kid Aaron. It's funny. He opens his podcast with that. It's hilarious. MDB. Let's see. MongoDB. I don't know what any of that is. I'm guessing this is a tech company of some sort. So man, we're going into the new year. We're going into the new year. Looks like sellers are exhausted and also no buyers confident. I don't know, man. You're kind of reading in a lot there. Maybe. Don't get too emotional. Don't be like my buddy, the day trade professor. You guys will be writing in your trading logs. Not feeling well today. My mother yelled at me. Some of you guys get pretty sappy in your trading logs. So this is my trading log. How did we get over there? What happened? I don't convey any emotions in here. Right, so this is my trading log. Wait, that one's not even updated. There we go, man. Let's update it. Sometimes I see some professor and them be getting all putting their emotions. I think it's because it's a lot of young dudes. Wasn't feeling good today. My shoes were kind of tight and hurt my ankles at work. And my boss was kind of mean to me, and I asked if I could work from home, and he said no, and it upsets me, and that affects my trading. They write it off to the side. Not a good hair day today. My hair wasn't exactly perfect today, so I don't do any of that. Added to Tesla, Amazon, and Joe. In buy and hold, added to HBN and Zim. Added to crypto coin Link over the weekend. Let's see. Where's that at? Let's see. Link. So we added the Link. And that was right here. So we added the Link here. My target is up here. So we'll do a little trading. We'll do a little trading of Link. You might be, but I don't want to trade crypto, Gerald. The crypto market is so bad, and my wife won't let me trade it. So now all your friends are like, I told you not to do that crypto. That's like all the people talking shit about Kathy Wood. They never had a run like she had. They've never traded $1 billion. They don't even post their fucking trades. Oh, you guys with comments about Kathy. Get out of here. You don't post shit. Nobody knows who you are. You haven't posted a single trade. Just sitting back talking crap like you could run $1 billion fund. Get out of here. There's a grandma smoking you. So more conviction than any male I've ever met. First time they run into the slightest adversity. Oh, I'm quitting the group. I'm not going to trade anymore because I got my money went. Like, get out of here, man. You ain't got the slightest conviction as this woman. This lady's a grandma. Outtrade you. Fucking knows more about the market than you will ever know. So, a lot of people talking shit, though. That's all those people, though. Their trades aren't public, by the way. Yeah. So looking for a move to $9. WD breaking out. That was on. Let's see. We did some buying of this just recently. Woo, trying. Yes, sir. It is trying. But man, this has been a shitty one. It's been a straight downtrend. I'm in this stock. I'm going to keep slowly adding to my position, even though I'm down like 50, 60% in it. That don't bother me, man. I know some of you young cats, it bothers you. You have your self-worth tied up into it. You're like, well, I bought crypto and it went down. Now I don't feel as valuable as a human being. And it's like, bro, you took a chance. The thing went down. That's called investing. So that's where you're at. Don't tie your self-worth into the price movement of charts and stocks because they don't follow logic. They follow the craziness of the market. Markets go up, markets go down. They go way too low and they go way too high. And this is, what we're trading is the money flow. Even inside of this, you're seeing tiny little money flows. I mean, they're shitty. They can't get going, right? But you're seeing tiny little money flows. And if we back that up, you're seeing them. They just can't seem to get going. And so we talked about this last week that it does the money flow pattern, right? But it's like doing it to the downside. Then it starts to run, breaks out, and then it goes sideways, and it comes, and it goes back down, and you end up with this down moving money flow pattern of sideways up, sideways down. And it's just in a downtrend, just keeps the pressure. The down moves are much bigger than the up moves. And so you get these weird money, it's just down. Well, sometimes if you get it right, you catch it in a boom, you could catch it to the upside. And we've seen that in oil recently, where oil did that. Let's see, kind of like RBLX. Yeah, anything that's currently all growth. I like the way this is setting up, though. Here's my problem with this one. Well, maybe not. This is not, but this was. If we take that down, there's your anchor point. It broke it and came back up. I like this. I like this, and I like plug. So we got two spec plays, but, I don't know how much money you want to put to work. But plug chart looks nice. Good hunting there. And this RBLX looks okay. But again, the wind is just not in their favor, man. That's the problem here. What I would like to do is find some Dow stocks that have lagged is what I would like to do. I mean, that's my first go-to if I'm trading. And as a position trader, right now I could be taking profits in Delta. Remember, I had a position trade on in Delta, and it's in my buy and hold. So I could take some of that off to look to buy some of these other setups. We've been long the UTSL, which is the XLU. This keeps going. Couple people in Discord, and this is fine. It wasn't a wrong or a right. It made. I mean, I get what people were doing. This is a zone where price had stopped before. There and there, so took some gains. Nothing wrong with that. I've traded this now a lot of years. This UTSL, and this thing can really get to moving. So I'm much more of not sell it, let it come back down and build it up than I am to take profits quickly, because I'm looking for it to get back into the 45 range. But now remember, this is the triple leveraged fund of utility stocks, which are my favorite stocks to trade. Utility stocks. I know, not as sexy as a crypto coin, but if we were to look at the XLU, hit the 20, probably going to stall out here. So, trim in there, not a bad idea. I mean, it's actually the right idea. I'm just being a little greedy. This will probably consolidate, and then hopefully we get a run up into this 76. But yeah, taking some off there, not a bad idea. Not a bad idea. In a normal trade, I would have done it. The only reason I haven't in I've just traded UTSL so much that I just feel like we're in tune. Dear trading log, today is 11/25. It's Black Friday. But today my heart feels black because I'm torn between trimming UTSL or not to trim. The pain, the suffering that I feel right now, I'm being torn between taking profits and letting it run. Thank you, Trading Log, for letting me express my feelings here. You could do that, or you could just write trimming UTSL and leave it at that. I haven't yet, though. So if you did, cool. If you haven't, cool. I have not yet, so I'm waiting. Let's see. You guys don't do that? Dear Trading Log, the year is 11/25/22. Southern Electric was a man. This was a laggard. This is a no-brainer B&B trade, bread and butter trade. It's a large cap dividend stock. trading below the 200, and it's when the index, the XLU, is ripping and this stock is lagging. I like laggards because I think laggards can sometimes play a catch up. And so I would just, if this is like a no-brainer trade, like you could just buy this and then your target is $70. And if it comes down, you buy the next stage one, just like we did in Delta. That's called position trading. And so, or bread and butter trading. And an example here, we initiated the trade over here. It ran up. It didn't quite hit our target. Came back down. I would add. And now we're run up, banging the target. 4-month trade, position trade completed. Well, that same concept can be done here as a trader. You know, we don't know how long that's going to take, but that is a form of trading. When it's in a downtrend, someone has to be buying if people are selling technically right. All right, let's say this again. When it's in a downtrend, someone has to be buying if people are selling technically. Yes, technically. And the way that works is in microseconds, like high frequency seconds, these things are going back and forth. And sometimes it's the market makers, sometimes it's day traders. So if we were to drop down to, say, a 5-minute chart, yes. And in the last 5 minutes, or so far today, 889, almost 1 million shares have traded hands. And this is what you see. And there's a buy order and a sell order. And if they, want to buy it at 60.50 and there's nobody to buy it and they need to sell it, it's going to drop to the nearest buy order. So someone sold, someone bought. And then if they want to get out of it and the only buyer is at 65.60, that is the only buyer, and you want out, you got to hit market, and that'll take the price to 66.60. There was a buyer and there's a seller. And then what if there's no buyer and you want out? And the next one is at 66.50 cents. That is the only buyer, meaning there's an order there and you put in a market order. Guess what? It's going to come down to there, and any limit orders we get hit. And that's how prices move. There's always a buyer and there's always a seller. I listened to a guy trying to explain that in the stock market, it's a zero-sum game. That's not necessarily the situation. And what I mean by zero-sum, meaning for every loser, there's a winner. That's not necessarily the case, man. That's not the case in the stock market. So if here's another one. Hold on. Dear Diary. I was really not in a good mood on this day, too. Or, let's see. Top picks. October 14th in the year of our Lord, 2022. Top picks. ETRN, Delta, MMM, T, WBD. Now, WBD hasn't worked for shit. But if we go back on T and we look for October 10th or 14th. Oh, that day right there. Nice. Top pick. Right there. Why is that a top pick? Well, we got extreme RSI. We've had this huge down move. Look how far away it is from the 200. That's the kind of trade you can just buy $1 million. Give me $1 million. And you're like, how? Man, I wish I ran a hedge fund. This is all I would do. I'd sit around waiting for these setups of a stock that paid me a dividend, that's not going out of business, not FTX, not some weird shit going on, not a girl in an elf suit and a big group of people having sex in a big party in a house. Like, these are real businesses, right? AT&T. At the time, it was undervalued by like 40-something%. So when you get these ones that come way below the 200 and they pay a dividend, like, these are the top picks. These are no-brainers. And then, look, it explodes up. Does that mean I knew something? No, I didn't really know something. It's just a fractal pattern. It's a fractal pattern, and I can show it to you on 10,000 charts over and over and over and over. A fractal pattern is never-ending pattern. Fractals are infinitely complex patterns that are self-similar across different scales. What that means is if I change the time frame on this, I'm still going to see this pattern of price movement. That's all it means. It's not Doesn't mean it's predictive, just means it is. Fractals are images of dynamic systems driven by recursion, the pictures of chaos. Pictures of chaos. Let me share something with you here. Let me show you something. From chaos to cash. So working on this, man. It'll be out soon. Explaining that a little bit better. So I like Verizon too. Missed the entry on T. It's still undervalued though. So that's a cool thing, right? It's still undervalued. Where are we at, YouTube? Yeah, Haynes Brands is one, still undervalued. After a while, once you have a big enough position, just leave them be and rotate your money around different positions, and then eventually they're going to take off. What was the other one? Was 3M. I mean, these were no-brainers. It's not a magic on my part. Didn't quite hit the 200 yet, but, again, October 10th or October 14th. What's funny is then literally the next day, everything explodes and we take off. And is that some genius on my part? No, it's just like I understand value. Prices were ridiculously cheap. Everyone's so pessimistic. So if everyone thinks, if all my followers think we're going into recession, you're all fucking wrong because you don't know shit. So that tells me that I'm right. Like everyone out there, like literally everyone I know on planet Earth thinks we're going into recession. Well, I think you're all wrong because everyone agrees. So as soon as people stop disagreeing with that, then maybe I'll buy into it. But as of now, if everyone agrees, I disagree. And that has served me well in life. I don't need a chart. I don't need any of their stupid facts. Just the fact that everyone agrees tells me it's probably wrong. So keep that in mind. When all your friends agree, they're probably wrong. There will be a pullback Z before a larger. Of course there will, man. This is how it moves. Don't worry about that. If you're going to own Verizon for the rest of your life, all you got to do, baby, get in the money flow, man. All you got to do is get in the money flow. And just for the rest of your life, accumulate on stage ones, and you don't care where the price is. Who gives a shit what the price of it is? Who cares? Nobody cares about the price but the minnow mind. Like, what do you care what the price is? That only means something to you, man. What is it? I mean, honestly, what does it matter if you paid 50 for Verizon or 40 for Verizon? If you're not selling it, and then it fell to 20, and then it went to 30, and then back to 40, and then up to 10. Who gives a shit what the price of Verizon is? You buy stage ones, period. So if you go down my list, you're going to see, let's see, added to UTSL, trim Merck. That was on 1024. Tesla back in the box. What added to, now that broke down again though, added to UTSL, right? I don't need to go read any research reports or see what's going on. What day was that? Dear Diary. Where's it at? Where was that? 1024. Added to UTSL. Where's UTS on 1024? Let's see. Right there. Right? So on that day, right there. Why are we adding to that? That's a stage one, man. Well, what if the last time we bought it was up here? It don't matter. This is stage one. That's a buy. Stage ones are buys. And let's say it hits the RSI's extreme. It don't matter if you bought it up here, right? Man, when you get this lesson, you're going to set yourself free. And you're like, you mean I could sell something at a loss up here or trim it at a loss? And it's not sell it all, it's trim. And then what? Now I got money and I want to buy what? Shit down here, man. So I'm rolling money, right? That's what I'm trying to do. Now, I'm not in a big rush to trim this one because it's still going and I don't really have anything to buy. So I'm all in kind of right now. Let me give you an example. Let's look at PayPal for a second. Work with me here, man. This is a hard lesson. This is why God sent me into your life. This is probably one of the reasons. One, to call you out on your bullshit. That's the first one. Okay. That's kind of what I feel like my role is to people, to let them know they're bullshitting. That right there is stage one, stage two breakout in the money flow pattern. Stage 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. See it? That's it. Now, on this day, that is the stage 2 breakout. Now, you may say, well, I don't want to end it, PayPal, because I'm down so much. Okay, don't. Now watch. PayPal rips. Now, what does the money flow say? It says it's going to go and it's going to stop. It's going to stop. And then it's going to go sideways. Now, here's what happens in your brain. You're like, yeah, but I'm down in this. So, and I mean, was the plan to buy and hold it forever, or are you trading? So it depends on what your goal is. But let's say it is to buy and hold forever. Okay. Well, when we're hitting extreme RSIs, right, and I can figure out the apex point, which this one's not that complicated, it's right there, and then I draw my line, and I can see this stage 3 forming, and now, 5-10 cross, which is the exact opposite of what this. It's the bipolar nature of the universe, man. High, low, love, hate. This is human emotion. And then what? Comes back down. Right? Had a couple attempts. It's not the best chart example. But my point is, trimming, better one would be plug. That's a much better chart. This one got choppy as hell. That's the reality of life as well. Choppiness and how to navigate that. But that's an advanced class. I'm trying to find an easy example. Let's say you actually paid $50 for plug and it runs up to $29. It doesn't care that you paid $50. So if you let that influence your decision, you're letting things that mean nothing influence your decision, because only person on earth that gives a shit what you paid for it is you. Call your mom. Mom, do you care what I paid for plug? No. Call the SEC. Do you guys care? No. Call your favorite YouTuber. Do you care? No. Nobody cares. RSI doesn't care. Nobody cares. So you had a stage 1, breakout, run, stage 3, and then what? Comes back down. Comes back down. So if you took some off and now you're putting it back on, I don't know, through the magic of time and learning trading skills, you could slowly chip away and bring down that price point. But a lot of people don't want to do that because they didn't actually have any trading skills or had any interest in developing them. They were just wanting to buy shit and watch it go up on the screen. But trading is a very, very, very difficult thing. It's going to take you years and years and years and years to learn it and to master it and to get good at it and to get a feel for the market and understand what's going on enough to where you can take your little bitty brain and open and expand it and be able to see all the different sectors and all the different things. It's too much fucking information for you to take on in a very short period of time. So it takes time. It takes a good 2 to 3 years, man. We get people jumping the money flow, 3 months later, they're gone. Losers. Like, you're just going to keep losing, man. It takes time. It takes time to grow this out, man, to get your skills in, to find your flow, to understand. Some things it takes time to comprehend. That RSI, when it bounces like this, has no relation to what you paid for it. And say, where's the whim of the market? And then how do I want to play that? Like, how do I want to manage this portfolio? What kind of trader am I trying to be? Am I trying to trade, position trade, momentum trade, buy-in? What am I trying to accomplish, man? That takes time, man, time, to find that spot. You may find you can't execute. You have a hard time selling. It's like, you shouldn't have a hard time selling if you're trying to trade. And if like you do, then it's like, then stop with the trading stuff and develop it around a strategy that fits what you can execute on, just like that. So I've found what helps me is, rather than give up on trading, if you go back to what my thumbnail was, there's a lot of people, man, I see. They quit, man. Quit trading. Rest in peace. This last purge blew a lot of people out. Had too much margin. Doing fucking around options too much. Let's see. SoFi is on my best buy list right now. look at this stock. This is a 5x in the next few years. Let's look at the value on SoFi. I wasn't going to go long today, but the emotions of my diary got to me. It's undervalued by 69%. This is a buyout candidate, by the way. This is on there with Lyft as a possible buyout candidate. SoFi targets young and high-income earners who may be underserved in traditional banks. The company is purely digital, engaged with its clients exclusively through a mobile app and a website. Unlike existing banks, which suck ass, by the way, which generally have limited product offerings and will rip you off given a choice, they didn't say that. SoFi offers a full suite of financial services and products that include everything from student loans to estate planning. The intent is that, and then one day this will get bought out by a big bank and it'll all turn to shit again. The internet is that it'll allow customers to structure entire finances around SoFi app. Now, there you go. This is a interesting company, and I think could make a run, but it's a penny stock, guys. So it's really, really trading really, really cheap right now, but it could go even cheaper. We know that. But I definitely think this is top of my list for buyout candidate. I've done about 7 of these that I was right on. I don't know how many I thought would be. I don't know. I don't sit around tracking all of that, but this is one I think. Lyft is another one, possible buyout candidate on my list. What happened there? When does that happen? I don't know. Lyft at $11 right here is a buy, by the way. When does that happen? I don't know. Definitely a possible exit. He enjoys the purge. Yeah, purge is rough, man. I ain't gonna lie. So, what do you think of Silvergate? Why didn't you ask me about Campbell's, sir? Campbell's is breaking out. Look at Campbell's running. We got a nice run in Campbell's. Let's see. Silvergate also is not a ticker symbol. Let's see. Do you assume I have all tickers memorized, sir? Okay, 1010. This is what's good about being my friend. 1010. Staple stocks like Campbell's and KHC trying to break out. Trimmed ConocoPhillips started a dividend position in KSS. That is a 7% yielder. This was now a 1% yielder. So we're rolling money forward in our buy and hold portfolio. So 1010 staple stocks. So as I watch all these different sectors and stocks, if we go to 1010, what was going on? Oh, that was the day the market was making its move. So right here, we started to see them firm up. Now what I'm looking at that time, and again, is this. This stage had held, and now we're getting what appears to be a breakout. And all of the moving averages are converging. Moving average convergence, divergence, they're converging. And if I was a swing trader or a momentum trader, all you guys out there, I want to be a scalper. First off, if you don't have nice hair, I don't think you have a chance. Have you ever seen the professor's hair? I don't have hair like that. How in the hell am I going to trade like that? I can't do that. So if we look as a swing trade, everybody's watching, their favorite whatever stock. Here's old Campbell Soup making a run. Bam. Nice swing trade. Right? And so what we're watching, but then if we go look at KHC, what did you see? Same thing. Nice big run. And I was saying if I was swing trading or if I was positioned, I would have went with KHC. Why? Because it's below the 200, and that's a no-brainer. Okay? And so if you don't have hair that nice, what you can do is do what I do. Last week I was called, what was I called, man? I get a lot of insults, and this is one of my favorites. It said, you are a hypocritical, out of shape, fat drunk. I said, hey, I drink a lot, but that other shit hurt. And this was our play though on that, I thought, because this is a no-brainer as a swing trade. So these are easy swing trades when you learn the money flow. When you start learning investing, it sets you up to trade. In other words, if you become a long-term investor, trading gets easier because you have this bigger base of money that's always there, and you can spot all of these trades ahead of time. Because if you own like 80 stocks and you're following them, you get to see the stage ones, and you get to see the cycles and the rotations in the market, and the 11 sectors of the S&P, and where's the Dow and Bitcoin and bonds and oil. As you watch all of that, you can start to formulate things, right? And you can be like, whoa, and you stay on top of that. If you come back over here, let's see. Oh shit, I'm in the book, man. What am I doing, man? I apologize. I was in the book. And we've been talking about this. I didn't have time to do it on my board. But and I was talking about this the other day on my story, GP notes from the 20th. So when was the 20th? That's 5 days ago. This doesn't get updated. So on Sunday night, on the 20th, right? On the 20th, I want to make my plans for this week. Okay, I don't want to make them on the fly or check it in on Reddit or some dumb shit. I actually don't really care about what they're, I'll take in news as it's coming in, but the growth setups that I'm watching, and look, I haven't moved on spot, but I put it on the list because it's setting up. Doesn't mean I'm going to execute on it. I'm just trying to stay in the flow of the market. I might hand that off, So like spots on there, lifts on there, Amazon, Tesla, and we've been executing on those two. And then over here, if you look at these are things that I could take profits on, but if you see a negative, that means it's still undervalued. So if we look at Cisco, right? So I'm trying to plan this out ahead of time. And you're like, what do you mean? Well, look at Cisco. That is a completed money flow pattern. And it doesn't care if you paid $50 for it. It's the pattern. Stage 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. And then look, has it ever stopped here before? Where's the RSI? We got us an apex point. Now we have a stage 3 building out. So on OGP's note, oh, look at that. I remember that. I think that guy got purged, didn't you? I don't see you in Discord anymore. I'm assuming this is what's happening. So if I need money, I would want to take it from this one. But if I come over and I look up Cisco and I say, how much is Cisco worth, man? Let's outsource this. So this is what we're doing on a Sunday night, man. And yeah, we'll look at tomorrow. Okay, it's undervalued 10%. That means it's fair value to me. 10% ain't shit. So that means I need to start trimming this stock, right? I think I had negative. I don't know why I put negative on there. Caught myself slipping. Technically, it's still below value. But we could start looking at the others. Starbucks hit a 70 RSI, Amgen, Walmart, Cisco. So look at all these stocks that are hitting profits. They're hitting RSI extremes. They're hitting stage 3s. You know what all of these have in common? Well, not all of them. They're blue chip dividend stocks. T still undervalued. And then notice over here I got ERX. I'm down to a half position. Well, we're in that as a trade, and where is ERX? Looks to be in a stage 3. So this is a triple leverage fund. I don't want to ride this down. Right? But it's still above the 20. We can give it a little room. I'm down to a half position. We'll see what happens. So you see how we're analyzing that. Why do I keep doing that? Although, the 200-day simple moving average tends to act as a zone of support, stopping price. It also acts as a ceiling, stopping price as it attempts to break above. The 200-day simple moving average acts as a magnet. It's either pulling price toward it, or in a magnet, it's repelling price from it. Because prices tend to stop at the 200-day moving average when it does not move below it, or below it, our return possibilities increase. Further, a solid blue chip dividend stock moves below its 200-day simple moving average, the larger the snapback. This gives the trader a real chance to buy low and sell higher. We've been talking trading. You could accumulate shares on the stage one boxes that you spot in your buy and hold portfolio, accumulating shares year after year when the price is, quote, low compared to when it's true value, when your stock falls in. So you get the point. This will be out soon, man. I might not give it out. I may give it to everyone but the people that talk shit about Kathy Woods. You're not getting it. You're not allowed to fucking buy the book. Okay? If you try to buy it, I'm just going to delete your order. You're dead to me. So that's how that works. Dear Diary, everyone that talks shit about Kathy Woods is dead to me. Let's see. Yep. We're not looking at FedEx. Okay, let's look at Mara. Ugh. Oh, God, bro. Too soon right now, man. Too soon right now. I don't know. Maybe not. I mean, we're right there. Histogram is turned. Man. Maybe. It says, what if you decide to buy and sell based on when the stock goes above and below the 20 moving average? Thoughts on this strategy, GP? Sam, you better buy my book, son. I spent about 14 years of my life answering that fucking question you just asked me. And I summarized it in the book. They've actually run studies on that with the Qs, and it's pretty interesting. If you bought above the 20 and then you sold immediately below, statistically over time, it actually does work, but I'm going to show you a better way, sir. Don't try to improve it, man. But yes, the price breaking above the 20-day moving average is this right here. This price going above. Sam, do you have my book, sir? All in favor of kicking Sam off the live right now because he doesn't have my book? Let me know. Let's see. That's how we do it, Sam. Sometimes I'm a dick. I'm just kidding, man. We're going to keep you in. We won't kick you off, man. Although I'd like to. Man, I don't know, man. Do you really feel like these are going to run? Do you really want to be tying up money in crypto stocks right now? I think I'd rather trade the crypto coins. I don't know who has exposure to what. These guys may have all their assets at fucking FTX for all I know. I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know that I'd be playing crypto stocks right now. I don't know, man. There's so much easier fruit out there, I guess is what I'm saying. Wing. Check out Big Wing. Are you talking about Wing stops or some sort of crypto coin? Because you put $1 sign in front of it. Looks like there is no crypto named Wing. Wouldn't surprise me if there wasn't a chicken wing crypto coin. Yeah, somebody else came to me with APP. It's a holiday, so I'm going to keep going, man. Let's see. Let's see. Oh, AAP. Yeah, okay. Man, I like this better than Mara, but if you're going to buy Mara now, that would be the time to do it when it's shitty, obviously. That's the way you play the game. Let's check out AAP. I thought he was talking about for the old people. Thought I needed to go to AARP. Somebody sent me an AARP subscription. All right. They got a 4-star rating on it. It's undervalued by 31% discount. It's trading below the 200. This is a money flow pattern. Yeah, this is an easy play here. You're welcome. There's the box. Now, technically, I don't like to buy until price gets above the 5-day. You got enough days there. I think you could. He says, Sam. I was just teasing too, Sam. Sometimes I do that. And if you're a friend of mine, I'll sometimes call you names. Just to remind you. Yeah, get the book, Sam. Send me a text message, Sam. We could be BFFs. Don't send me any D pics, though. I'm not like that. Okay? Just so you know, in case any of you guys were confused. Sometimes you get confused by my... I was in New Orleans, there's a lot of gay bars. I like gay bars, but for different reasons. And I have a LBGT button on my bag. So a lot of them be like giving me the eye. I'm like, sorry, bro. I don't want to disappoint you. But I ain't like that. Nah, I'm all for you to be like that, though. Matter of fact, let the world know, man. I like it. I think everybody should be free to do what they want, as long as you ain't hurting people, right? Matter of fact, I like their bars because they're nicer. I'm gonna be honest. All the other bars are all dirty and shit. Theirs are all nice and clean. Not all of them. You got some dirty ones too, but as a general rule, they're pretty nice bars. D. Glad you brought that up. I'm getting sidetracked talking about gay bars. What's wrong with you guys, man? Talking about gay bars. We're trying to do stocks. Yep, we're in this one. This is a bread and butter trade right from the book. And a lot of you jumped me because you knew exactly what was up. Day 1, there's our anchor point. Day 2, day 3, day 4, day 5. Oh, Sam says she's a woman. All right, that don't mean you can't send me D pics, though. There's some women out there, you know. Yep, that was our buy point. And look, it's just been drifting higher. So if I was trading this, that's my target. If we're doing... Oh, and everybody was posting on this, showing and what happened to my comment? Did I lose my comment? Everybody was posting on this one, was using the that's our symbol, is the eggplant for this stock. Like we're 14-year-olds or something. I don't know why that ceases never to be funny, but it always is funny. I'm going to post my number again. It never ceases to be funny. Let's see. Anyway, so this is a bread and butter trade we talk about. We have a whole, if you trade with us inside Discord, we have a whole section for this on Discord on posting these. Plenty of other people post them. I can't post them all. I just post the ones that I'm doing. There's plenty of other great ones that are in there. This was one I got in. So that's a cool thing about being in a community. A lot of people trying to do the same thing. So in that section of Discord, though, just remember if you post these, it has to be a dividend stock to technically be considered a bread and butter trade, and our target becomes the 200-day. That 200-day will probably come down as time. So as this goes up, that'll come down, and they're going to meet somewhere, and it's going to be a profitable trade. If it runs up and then comes back down, we stick to the rules, and on the next downturn, we're looking to add, just like we did with Delta, right? Same concept. And so I'm just going to hold it, and then I'm going to add on the next stage 1. So what initiated the trade here, it ran, it never hit my target, came back down, I would have added more, then we ran up and we banged it. It just took longer than we thought. I don't know time. I don't know the future. I don't know shit. So all I know is this repeatable pattern. That's all the money flow is this ongoing feedback loop of a repeatable pattern driven by recursion. Fractals are images of dynamic systems, pictures of chaos. I have that shit memorized. And because it's true. That I know. And so that's what I'm watching. So we've had I know a lot of trading groups have suffered recently because people got purged and and shit happens in life and you get problems, boyfriend problems, and girlfriend problems. You just get busy. I get it. That's the way life is, man. Not my life, but your life. I get it. My life, this comes first. Always has. Trading, investing, and real estate is absolute fucking priority for me when I get up. It's the number one thing. My family revolves around it. It's our purpose for existence. It's what we do. Number 3 in the 9 thoughts on getting rich is structure your life around it. It's the only way I've found it to work. The only way it works. Everywhere, everybody out. If you don't do that, it just falls off because life is too hard. Problems come at you. Too many problems. Life is filled with problems. I have all kinds of problems, man. You don't want to trade my problems for your problems. Some of you might, but most of you don't want to. And yet, in light of that, I got to get up and I got to push and I got to look at this and I got to give a shit about Delta when I don't feel like giving a shit about Delta because I'm in a fight or I'm in an argument or I'm in pain or I'm sad or I'm depressed. And you too, you have that same problem. And it's easy to get sidetracked. Let's see. Yeah, I had somebody ask me if I was doing a Black Friday sale. No, I'm not. Let's see. It's already too valuable and already too cheap. Damn. 3Ds, let's see. Let me run through a couple here real quick on my watch list. I got a few I've been watching I haven't talked about. Nat gas, fuel, dash, ENVX. I'm waiting for this setup here. Let's see. EVRI. The 2X Google. That was a good setup on a trade right there, those 2X. Some of these new, it's because the leverage isn't that bad. Some of these new leverage funds are like Google. It's 1.5 leverage and the prices are a lot cheaper. So you could get in for $18 and you're not getting $18. You're getting like $23 actually because it's 1.5. So you're getting $1.50. So you'd be getting like almost 20 something dollars, right? Same Tesla has one, Amazon has one. So if you truly are just swing trading these are something to consider. These triples or these 1.5s on. I'm looking for a reentry into IGMS, not just yet. This is the IWC. I've tried to put this on people's radars. I was going to initiate a position back here, and then I got sidetracked doing other things. This is an index fund for penny stocks. And I'm going to start adding this to the wind. So the list at the back, actually, what am I doing? I'm going to start adding it to this because it is one of the big movers, and I think we need to keep an eye on it. If you ever want to know if this is updated, just look at the date here. If that date's changed, it's been updated. So this is IWC. It's a penny stock ETF. So a lot of penny stocks in here. Kind of where this is going is where penny stocks are going. Genius Brands announces 951% revenue growth for Q3 of 2020. Let's see. Al Mustache. Very welcome, sir. What about GNUS for a long-term hold? I don't, that's a penny stock, ain't it? Okay, this was one I was watching. Schmuckers. And this is one I didn't even think about. But back over here when I was saying that the packaged foods were breaking out, look at this one, man. It went from 135 to fucking 160. I didn't even think about Schmuckers or JNS Foods. So let's see. These are a few that I've been watching that I haven't talked about. Really just looking for entrances into them. There's the triple, there's the 1.5. Look at this, the 1.5 on Tesla. This is an easy swing trade, man. So this is $11. It's 1.5 on Tesla. So you don't have to buy a full share. Get it? You can buy $300 worth. That's going to be 30 shares or whatever. And you're going to, this is a stage one. Remember, we were adding yesterday, and our target's right here if we're trading. That's a $7 move, man. It's a $7 move if we get that run, which I'm pretty sure we will. And it's $11. So anybody can trade. You can learn to trade. You can have your buy and hold, and don't be a little baby. Be like, well, I only buy and hold because I don't like. No, you can do that and learn to trade. You don't have to have 50 trades going, but you can have some trades going, man. You're out there buying lottery tickets, all the dumb shit you buy on a daily basis that you eat and consume and throw in the trash, and you're not actively pursuing trading, blows my mind. The number of things you go to Walmart and Target, you buy it and you just eat it and you just throw that shit in the trash, and it's just hundreds and hundreds of dollars every month of just shit in the trash that your family consumes. And they're like, well, I don't have money to trade. And it's like, man, when you learn this, you should be dedicating a portion of your life to just trading, just understanding and being in flow of the markets. And then you literally could develop a skill that allows you to print money, to make money in your old age. And guess what? That may take a minute. You may lose some money learning that process, learning that art, man. Do you still have SPAC? I don't. SPAC. Which one are you talking about? I still have a few SPACs. Eat them up. Is that an actual ticker? I still have a few SPACs, yeah. Most of them have gone to just absolute trash, though. Let's see. I don't, Genius Brands. Oh, that's that GUNS. GNUS. Okay, bro, but I mean, big deal. So they announced it. It's going up because they had 1,000%, but that could be like they sold 10 units. Such a small stock, man. Yeah, I don't know. This is a ultra penny stock. If you're in it, good deal. That was your breakout day right there, and then now it's running. Yeah, too small for me to talk about and put out, man, to be honest. If you notice, I've stopped talking about DS. I don't talk about stocks when they go under $1. I don't know what's going to happen to them. And I don't want to be like one of these guys on where you're like, I recommend you get into FTX. And then it like goes to fucking zero. So you got to be careful about that. This is a pure penny stock now. And I don't know. It's nice. This is a buy zone right here, though, guys. So if you've learned the money flow from me, you don't need me to say what's up. You know what's up. That's a stage one buy. Stage 1, stage 2, stage 3, stage 4, stage 1. I haven't added because I don't understand. I don't understand the collapse like this. I don't understand why the stock got hit so hard. I can't make sense of it. I don't get it from the financials. I don't understand what's going on. I don't necessarily, I don't know. We got to see. Does that, now, here's an important lesson. Another guy may be like, because I've had this, he's like, well, that stock's Gerald's a horrible stock picker. It's like, okay, well, that was one, and there's thousands of stocks. And I actually don't know shit, and I don't know where it's going. I just know this pattern like everyone else. And so I don't know. I think they should go up, but it hasn't. And when you pick stocks like that, like saying Lyft will get bought out, maybe it won't. DS could get bought out, maybe it won't, So some stocks mess up, man. They go down. Don't let that mess you up mentally, because it don't mess me up. Like that guy was trying to hammer me down and say I had a bad pick. Bro, it don't fuck me a bit. It don't bother me in the slightest. Stocks go down. I've picked many of stocks that went down. If I let that affect my judgment of coming forward or putting out content or trading, I would have quit long ago. So none of that has any effect on that, because I have had plenty go the other way. And at the end of the day, more of those are going to go that way than go this way. And that's all you can rely on, man. And then you got to protect yourself, and you got to diversify, and you got to. Now, in the end, what if this goes back to $5? You're going to look back and say, oh, that was a great buying opportunity. Here's another one, man. Let me show you this one. This one's $11 stock, right? MFA. If you come over here, Go to my buy and hold section. I've had it on my list for 8 years now. MFA's on my buy and hold list. And during the COVID days, they went bankrupt. The stock fell from $11, $10, whatever it was. No, it was like 20 something dollars, all the way to 25 cents during the COVID crash. And they went insolvent, meaning they were leveraged and they couldn't make it. It was gone. Someone stepped in, gave them money because it was just a momentary problem, and they're like, this company's fine. They just got to get past this little thing. And then they sold some shares and they raised some capital, right? And we've gone from there all the way back, way up into here, and now all the way to here. And so, yeah, if you're with me then, you would have said this was a horrible stock pick. So, I mean, do I tie up a lot of confidence in myself that a stock went from $20 to 20 cents? No, I should have bought a shit ton of it. I'd be rich right now. So I don't know, to be careful, say it, well, right now it sucks. It's like, yeah, right now, fast forward 3 years. I mean, I don't know. So be careful when you make all your decisions based on what you paid and where it's at right now. So what if we just bought stage ones on this and we've been doing that the whole time, man? You're probably doing pretty good right now, right? And we've seen that with a lot of stocks, man. Look at the moves in Ford, man. And this is another example. Let's say that even in a buy and hold situation, it runs up, and then up in here, you're hitting true value. Look what it did right there. I mean, I got a whole book on this that's coming out, but look at this. Stopped immediately and went the other way. Stopped immediately. Right? This line stops it. And that line becomes a tradable, you can trade against it. This here is about reversion to the mean. When price gets below this, when it's a valuable thing, it gets way below it, it tends to get pulled back to it. Reversion to the mean, making this the easiest setup in the money flow. I given this to people on a silver platter. When you find a dividend stock trading below the yellow line and it goes into a stage one, so I wrote this like 7 years ago. When you see this and price gets above the 5-day moving average, your target is the 200. It is the easiest trading on planet Earth. There is no easier trading. There is nothing easier. Nothing. Not even if you have really nice hair. There's no easier trading on planet Earth than this. My man says, I'm in Verb, but they have 180 days to become compliant with the NASDAQ. All they got to do is they'll just reverse the stock. So if they fall into 50 cents, they'll just redo the shares and now make them $5 and you'll have less shares. That's typically what they do. If the business is still solvent, they're still selling, they're just going to do a reverse split and make the stock $14. That's usually what happens. Will this live be saved? Maybe, maybe not. It's always saved on YouTube, my dear. Go to Full Auto 1125. Click my bio link, go there, go to YouTube. About 10,000 hours of videos. Yeah, they'll do a reverse and you'll be all right. They'll keep you in the game. That's it, man. That's it, man. I hope everybody's doing well. If you don't have my book, man, it's hard for me to be your friend. It really is. I'd like to be your friend, but, man, it's tough. If you don't have my book, it's tough. It's really hard, man. It's hard to like you. I try to like people who don't have my books, but it is really difficult. I don't even like bringing guests on if they don't have my book, man. It's tough. Stars and bars, you're very, very, very welcome. It's tough, man. So first thing I always ask people, I do a lot of one-on-ones with people, try to help them get rich, man. That's the whole point. Don't call me unless you want to get rich, because I'm going to tell you how to do that. So we're going to take your situation. There's only 3 ways to get rich in America. Don't be confused by it. You can own a business, start a business. I don't want to have a business with employees. I did that. I didn't like it. Not my thing. You can own a business. You can invest in business. That's what we're doing here. Chart stocks, right? Or you can own real estate. Only 3. Everything else is what's called vertical income, meaning shit you do to sell, to make profits, flips, wages, income. That's all vertical. We want to take the vertical money and lay it horizontal so that we're collecting interest payments, dividend payments, rent collection in something. Everyone has to retire that way. It's just not explained to them that way. And if you're like, what do you mean? Like, I have a 401k. Yes, but at the end of the day, the way you're going to get your money is from the dividends from the stocks inside of the 401k. I'm just trying to break it down for you so you understand that. Everyone on earth, they can reject this, but they all retire the same way. It's just math. Time times amount times yield. So if your parents aren't doing this, you'll be taking care of them. So some of you need to make a shit ton of money because your family's going to be living on Social Security. You need to help them, and your kids are stupid too. So you got parents that are broke and kids that are broke, and you're in the middle. It's called the sandwich community. Some of you are in the sandwich. You got to take care of your kids and your parents. So you better learn these things, man. Better learn these things. Appreciate it. You guys need help trading, let me know. Love to trade with you, man. Let's make 2023 a good year for you, man. Let's get it off to the right start, man. All right, man, you guys be good. I appreciate you. Let's go out with a good song. The computer's not working.